Have you had white smoke coming out of your exhaust for no, reason? Like nothing happened beforehand and all of a sudden you have white smoke? In this video, we're going to be checking out the old Chevy Silverado and see if I've got some serious issues. What had happened was we had gone to church in the truck, and when we were leaving, when I fired it up, there was all kinds of white smoke billowing out of the exhaust pipe. And my wife was like, is that supposed to happen? I was like, no. So we had to get it home. It's about, I don't know, an 8-9 mile drive home. And it was doing fine after that initial white cloud came out. And about halfway home at a traffic light, we were stopped. And when I went to take off again, the white smoke appeared again. And I was like, oh no, that's got to be a head gasket issue. And that is why I'm doing this video.
The head gasket seals the combustion chamber so that your vehicle can build the appropriate compression that's needed to maintain your engine power. Head gaskets that fail causes coolant to leak, which makes your engine far more likely to overheat. This will incur further cracking and damage to your engine. If motor oil mixes with coolant, it becomes diluted and degrades lubrication, which could lead to irreparable engine damage.
Basically, the best way to tell whether or not you've got a head gasket leak is to get a combustion leak detector as well as the test fluid. Now, I got this from Harbor Freight, but I'll put some links in the description box that shows you where you can get it if you're not in a hurry. But if you've got a Harbor Freight near you, you can't go wrong. I'll put that link in the description box as well. And I don't know where you live, but if you've got a racetrack, that's our go-to for drinks. What comes in a combustion leak detector? It's basically a tube with a squeeze bulb, and as you squeeze the bulb, it pulls the air in the overflow container or radiator into the tube. And if combustion gases are present, it'll turn the blue test fluid to a yellow or a light green color. That's really the most definitive way of figuring out if you've got a head gasket leak or not. There's also instructions that come with it, so bonus. According to the instructions, it's important to note that you want to make sure that you're doing this in a well-ventilated area, and you're going to have to warm up the engine to normal operating temperature with the cap removed from your cooling system. This 2006 Chevy Silverado has the cap on here. There's no cap on the radiator, so I'm going to be using this location. Also, you want to make sure that the coolant level is 2 to 3 inches below the top of the container or the radiator, because you don't want to draw up the radiator fluid into your testing tube. That is solely for the testing fluid. So you don't want to mix the two. You'll either contaminate the test fluid or you could contaminate your cooling system with the test fluid. So we're going to go ahead and crank her up and get her up to operating temperature. Just wanted to show you the level of coolant that I have in the overflow. And looking at it, it's a nice green color. And the engine's not exactly warmed up, but I don't see any bubbles in there right now. And I don't see any oil in there either. No milkshake. So as the vehicle is warming up, I've noticed the coolant level has also risen up in the overflow. So I'll have to keep an eye on that and make sure that when I start doing the test, that level is all the way down to about here. That's about 2.5 inches. So you can see the coolant level is way down there. And I actually used a transfer pump just to get some of that extra coolant out. Now, remember that the coolant is extremely hot. You do want to have the cap off your cooling system because it's under pressure. If you wait until the operating temperature is reached in your vehicle and you try to take this cap off, it's going to be dangerous. So make sure you exercise extreme caution when you're doing this. The vehicle is up to operating temperature. We're going to go ahead and fill this tube up with this test fluid. And there's a line right there that you're supposed to pour the test fluid to. got up to about that line. And then with a bulb, you want to make sure that this metal side is on the top, okay? So we're gonna put this in here and get it in as tight as we can. And then with a twisting motion, we'll put the bulb in. And then what we'll do is we're gonna squeeze this bulb continuously for 1 minute. And if that fluid color changes from the blue to a green or to a yellow, we've got a head gasket issue. Well, I don't know about you, but that's been about a minute of continually squeezing the bulb, and this fluid is still blue. Yay me, no head gasket repair. Now make sure that you dispose of this fluid properly according to your local regulations, whatever that may be. Just don't pour it on the ground, any of that kind of stuff. Last thing you want to do is, after shutting off the truck, go ahead and fill that engine coolant level back up to the right level. So there you go, yay me. Don't have to do a head gasket repair. I've showed you all the various symptoms of what a potential head gasket problem will be, and that combustion leak detector tool really is instrumental in that. So stay tuned to the next video where I troubleshoot why I'm getting the white smoke from my exhaust intermittently. So until next time, see ya.